Welcome in, Argo Nation. You may notice we're in a little bit different location. This is kind of the new look, and we're happy to have this coach. Coach Nobles is with us, talking football season. It's time for our football season preview for UWF Football. Coach, fall camp a little bit longer this time around. You got 3 weeks worth of stuff almost over. It's almost time to play.
It is. Now we play in week 0. You get to come in a little bit earlier and practice a little bit more. So our guys have had a great fall camp. They're very ready to start playing somebody else like everybody in the country is. So excited about our group and ready to go on the field.
We'll talk about some of the players to look for, new faces, returning faces, all that kind of good stuff. But we dive right in with a really tough game. It's going to be a top 20 matchup. Lenoir Rhyne, fans will remember 2019, one of the best football games I've ever had the privilege to call up there in the playoffs on the way to a national championship. Lenoir Rhyne comes in, they're coming off a 10-3 season, very good football team. Got a coach who was down at Kaiser and won an NAIA national championship down there. It's going to be a challenge. It
is, yeah, they're a very good team, and we've watched a lot of film on them for a while. Got a couple games of film on them from them just shared, and so excited about the opportunity. I tell our guys all the time, it's just an opportunity to play football, right? So let's get on the field and play great, and we're not worried about who it is. We're about playing our best, and our guys have had very good preparation leading up for this game.
Friday night, 6 o'clock kick on August 29th, so you kind of get the spotlight to yourself as far as D2 is concerned, and then we were just saying, then we can watch some football.
That's right.
On Saturday the 30th, kind of catch up on other D2 teams as well as watching NCAA Division I. The schedule, though, then there's some long road trips coming up. There's going to be trips to Kentucky Wesleyan coming up quick. We'll go out to Oklahoma to play Northeastern. You got Shorter, North Greenville, some familiar faces, and of course a smaller Gulf South Conference this time around. But still incredibly tough. You got Valdosta, you've got your Delta States, your West Alabamas. I mean, there's going to be some tough ones out there.
There certainly is. I mean, the whole Gulf South that's left, everybody in the conference left has made the playoffs once in the last 2 years. So it's great competition, very good teams. So obviously it's a challenge for us, and doesn't matter who you play, everybody's giving you the best, so you got to be ready.
Guys are coming off 7-win season last year, and obviously the reputation of this program and what's been built here speaks volumes because ranked top 10 in one poll, top 15 in the other. Is that the reputation of the program, or is that more looking at the talent, do you think, in your opinion, at what you got coming back?
Yeah, I think it's probably a combination of both. I mean, we got a lot of guys returning on both sides of football, special teams as well. But, we've had a very good, rich history to start the program, which has been great ever since we played in 2016. So I think it's a combination of both, but our guys know none of that matters when you roll that ball out on the 29th.
Hey, you're a former quarterback. It's a quarterback-driven world of football, at every level of football in this day and age. You've got some great experience in your quarterback room. Marcus Stokes is back. Tony right behind him. Some other guys that have been in the program, the second year, third year, that type of thing. They're developing. It's nice to have at least those two guys at the top, though. What do you expect from those young men?
Yeah, I mean, I expect both of them to play well and expect both of them to do their job when the number's called. And Tony knows that he's ready, and he's pushing Marcus every day to get better. And Marcus has had a great offseason, getting prepared for this. He's really taking a leadership role and using his voice, which has been the challenge we pushed him to do. And the skills are there, right? The talent level's there, and so he's had a great offseason, getting ready and having the wide receivers around him, kind of growing and molding. We had a lot of young guys last year, and so we're expecting those guys to step up and play well this year.
Fans may look at Marcus Stokes and say, "Oh, the guy's wearing number 2, but he looks a little bit different."
That's right.
He's got a little bigger and stronger.
He has. He's added a little bit of weight. He's ready to, if we need him to, run the ball, try and keep him healthy all year. But he's kind of had a great offseason in the weight room and really pushed himself to be a good-looking quarterback this year.
Yeah, he stepped in last year. Marcus did. Obviously, coming from high school, hadn't played until that moment when he gets out on the field. The game moves fast at the D2 level.
It certainly does.
But a large part of that is the offensive line in front of him. I know last year, injuries and other things, it was a little bit of a struggle to protect the quarterbacks at times. You've got some more depth to that. You've got some guys coming back, Colton Beasley and some others. Yeah, I think you like the depth and what the offensive line has done through spring.
Yeah, I definitely do. I like, guys, a lot of returners. We got the 4 guys back with starting experience at UWF, and then a slew of guys behind them and around them that have starting experience other places in the transfer portal. So we've done as much as work as we can to try and get as many guys here that have game experience and can play, and then help you protect that quarterback when you need to.
Let's talk about some of the playmakers around that offensive line quarterback core of the offense. You've got running backs back, with TJ and Sharp, and receivers. Everybody knows Corey Scott, but there'll be some new faces mixing in there as well.
Yeah, and then Tyree Holloway, wide receiver, who led the conference.
People forget, yeah.
He did, yeah. Got hurt game 3 and missed the rest of the year. Pretty serious injury, and he's a phenomenal kid. Has worked his butt off. He's been chomping at the bit to play, and so he's a very good player, really fast kid. Trey Durden, the transfer from Shorter, coming in. Javon Swinton, who was almost starter for every game last year, been a great player, an awesome offseason. So Jake Robinette back at tight end, which is great. Great blocker, does a lot of good stuff in the run game, and some other guys we've added that people don't know about yet, but they probably will here pretty soon.
Yeah, depth at running back, too. I mean, I've been watching practice. You got a couple of guys that I think fans are going to like. They're electric.
We do. We've recruited as many as we can to get here and be able to take as many hits as possible because it's a long season. And so I'm excited about the athletes we got around the quarterback.
Other side of the football, your defensive coordinator, Coach Cavell Connor, loses some guys. It's the nature of the beast now with transfer portal and NIL money and all that. And so guys have to step up. But we've seen that with injuries and things last year. Guys did have to step into those positions. So Walker's back, at linebacker. You've got Juice Williams coming back from an injury. Guys, Colin Shaw, all-conference type guy. There's some studs out there.
There are. There's guys that have played a lot of games over the last 2 years for us, and excited about them being back. They've been really good additions. Coming back from injuries and things. And so a lot of guys played last year who weren't expected to play, and they got some good reps in big-time games. And I think that's prepared them in all three levels of our defense.
Those DBs, especially in football today and in the Gulf South Conference, you got to have some good ones.
You do.
Slinging it around.
You do. Yeah, you do. And we've tried to go recruit as many as possible. We got a couple guys returning that have a lot of good game experience, some young guys that we have signed out of high school that are really good players that are now starting to play for us a little bit. So excited about that room, and obviously they got some things to prove to the country, but they're ready. They're coached very well.
Special teams. Mississippi College shuts down their football program. Obviously hate to see that. Traditional team, always a great opponent, always difficult to play against. But the benefit is you get a couple guys from them, including the Shine brothers, and one of them being one of the best punters in the country.
That's right. Yeah, he's a pretty good punter, lefty, which is very rare to have in the country right now. And so he's a very good punter. Our punter was really good last year, ended up transferring. So we went and found Michael, and then his brother's big old lineman that was a starting left tackle for Mississippi College playing with us as well. They're right up the road from Mobile. So it made sense for them to be here, and they're both good players, but got a lot of guys on defense and special teams that are really going to help us this year.
The lonely kicker is a cliche, but in practice they kind of stay in their own little area. But that's an important part of a football team. And last year, let's be honest, a little bit of a roller coaster ride. How is that situation?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. We got two kickers that are doing a pretty good job for us, and we'll make a decision at the last second. Tyler Patterson, obviously returning back, great kickoff guy. Had working on some field goal stuff in the offseason. And then Brogan Wober, who's a freshman that we signed from South Florida, is pretty good, got a strong leg. He's had a great camp. And so I'm excited about both those guys, and we'll make that final decision here soon.
One new face, not on the field playing, but part of your staff, is Donnie Baker, who comes from North Greenville and joins, and a good offensive mind and fun to be around.
He is. No, he's very sharp. He does a lot of really good things, and he's brought a lot of good twists and flavors from their offense that they had and used the last couple of years. And I've known him for a while. I had a chance to, kind of coach with him in some other camps and things like that. So you start talking to people, and it just felt like somebody that I thought would be a good addition to the staff. And so he's been great for our offense, and our guys they've said they love playing for him, which is awesome.
A little bit of inside baseball, football. In this case, he'll take a little pressure off you too with some play.
For sure, yeah. He'll help with a lot of things and do some really good stuff, in the game plan and scheme wise and all that. And I've given him, hey, you go do what you want to on offense. Let's go be great and build this thing around the quarterback. Let's run the ball well and then be explosive in the passing game. And he certainly has answered that challenge and excited about what he's doing with our offense.
Back to the schedule real quick. What stands out to you as you look at the schedule? What are they're all important. Each week we're trying to win every football game, but as you kind of look at the flow of the schedule, where do you see this is going to be a really important stretch?
Yeah, obviously the first one's huge. It's a big playoff game that has playoff implications, and in my mind, every game is the playoffs when you're in Division II, so they all matter. Same level of importance, and so we're looking at this one as a one-game season, right? And the next one, then the next one, we go to have some good long road trips. I'm excited that we kind of alternate our long road trips, so we kind of go home away, home away, home away. We have 4 games in a bye, then we have 5 games a bye, and then we got Valdosta at the end. So we kind of space out, right, some of the road trips, which is good, and I think it helps our guys kind of recover after games.
For you, third season as the boss, what have you learned, and kind of how's the comfort level changed?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I feel very comfortable, right? I got a very good staff around me that I fully trust, and I think they're fully bought in, and they know kind of what we're expecting. I know I get a lot of the credit, but I tell them it's a team effort, right? So we are working together. We are doing this, right? It's a team collaborative effort. So my staff, I can't commend them enough for the things they do, the ideas they bring, and what they push our guys' standards to every day. and they're doing a great job. They're holding up what we want in this program, the accountability, the discipline, is things that we really harped on this offseason. I'm excited the staff is doing a great job with it.
Exciting times. I mean, obviously the Sandy Sansing Sports Medicine Center, which is now part of the Darrell
Best in the country.
Changes the dynamic. It really is state of the art. I don't think there's anything like it at the D2 level. Plans are in play for building this beautiful stadium, the Darrell Gooden Stadium, right where we are at Penn Air Field right now. So everything is go. And of course, throughout the season, Coach and I will be bringing the UWF Football Show to you each week after the games. You can follow these guys on social media, all across social media. Go Argos.com is the spot. Check out that schedule. Hook up those tickets.
That's right.
Come to really one of the best atmospheres in college football anywhere. It's only going to get better. And of course, you can use the Argo Armada app as well to track this football team. And then Flow Sports is our broadcast partner, so all of the games will be streaming both at home and on the road. And we're on the radio with ESPN Pensacola, our local broadcast partner for radio. And you can catch that either on the air or streaming as well. So people will say sometimes, like, I like to turn the streaming radio broadcast up while we watch the other team's broadcast.
That makes sense.
Just to mix it up, because nobody else knows the team the way that we do. So, Coach, good luck to you this season. We're looking forward to it. And as I said, we'll be meeting every week and giving you guys the latest. And as always, Coach, hit it with me. Go Argos.